Greetings and salutations, internet friends, and welcome back to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, your titular first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and viewer submitted title, Patient Pictures Proctor.
I like it. I like alliteration.
You're also very patient with me and my...
Yep.
and my meanness.
It is a virtue.
It is a virtue, and I appreciate it. That one was submitted by GH. You two can drop titles for Matthew in the comments below. If you use hashtag title, it's easier for me to find them. And of course, we have Pippin. This is Pippin. He is our cat. He is adorable, and he likes naps. So he naps up here, he naps on the floor. If he disappears, that's where he went. For those of you joining us for the first time, hello, welcome. What we're doing here is watching our way through a super long list of movies that typically I've never seen, but that Matthew has. That being said, I do know that this is one of our Just Some Superfan Patreon picks.
Mm-hmm.
What is the movie we're watching today?
Today we are watching the 1946 family comedy drama, It's a Wonderful Life. And as per usual, I give you the year, genre, and title. You go in with whatever you already know, then we watch it and review it. So, what do you know about It's a Wonderful Life?
I know that it's in black and white.
Well, the version we're watching, it has been colorized a couple times.
Well, shit, okay. We're off to a start. No, I don't really know what this is about.
Okay, well then okay. I won't say any more.
I think it's Christmas. That's why it's Christmas, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Christmassy. Okay. I don't know.
All right then. The only other thing, for first-time viewers, you may see me with my phone in my hand at some point during the movie. That's because I'm taking notes on things to talk about afterwards. And that being said, I'm ready to watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Here we go.
George is a good guy. Give him a break, God.
I love him, dear Lord. Watch over him tonight.
Something's the matter with Daddy. Please bring Daddy back.
Looks like we'll have to send someone down.
What?
A lot of people asking for... Joseph, send for Clarence. A man down on Earth needs our help.
Splendid. Is he sick?
No, worse. He's discouraged.
Oh!
Clarence, you do a good job with George Bailey, and you'll get your wings.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
If you're going to help a man, you want to know something about him, don't you?
Well, naturally, of course.
Well, keep your eyes open.
Them cotton balls in space were talking.
Yes.
If you ever get your wings, you'll see all by yourself.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, okay. So this is already not at all what I thought it was going to be.
My kid brother, Harry Bailey.
Whee. Since he's lighter, he'll go further. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
George saved his brother's life that day, but he caught a bad cold, which infected his left ear, cost him his hearing in that ear.
Oh, damn.
She was here first. I'm still thinking. I like him.
Oh.
You like every boy. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that, baby girl.
I've been nominated for membership in the National Geographic Society.
Oh, my.
Is this the year you can't hear on? George Bailey, I'll love you till the day I die.
Oh. Oh, good Lord. Mm.
Mr. Gower, I'll get them, sir.
Take those capsules over to Mrs. Blaine.
Mm.
Have you put any real pressure on these people of yours to pay those mortgages?
Oh, Lord.
You can't begin to spend all the money you've got.
Oh, I suppose I should give it to miserable failures like you.
He's not a failure. You
George,
can't say
George.
that about my father.
George,
You're
George.
not. You're the biggest man in town.
Run along.
Bigger than him.
Oh.
That medicine should have been down an hour ago. What kind of tricks you playing?
You got the telegram and you're upset. You put something bad in those capsules. It wasn't your fault, Mr. Gower. The bottle you took the powder from. It's poison. I tell you, it's poison. I know you're feeling. I would have felt so. Hope to die, I won't.
This is not what I thought it was going to be.
How much this
Oh.
cost? Little present from old man Gower. Came down and picked it out himself. What boat are you sailing on?
Well, I'm working across on a cattle boat.
A cattle boat.
Okay, I like cows.
I like cows. Oh,
Yes.
hello.
Bailey.
Hello, Violet. That's some dress you got on there.
This old thing.
This
Well,
old
I only wear
thing.
it when I don't care how I look.
Oh. Snap.
Hope you have a good trip, George. Uncle Billy and I are gonna miss you.
You coming later, George? Lots of pretty girls. We're going to use that new floor tonight, too.
No gin tonight, son.
Oh, Pop, just a little.
Boys and girls and music. Why do they need gin?
Well,
So you gotta have something to put in the juice. Come on.
If you Harry will take my job in the building alone, work there for 4 years, then he'll go.
Pretty young for that job.
Oh, no younger than I was.
Yeah, you were born older, George.
How's that?
You wouldn't consider coming back to the building alone, would you?
Well, Annie, why don't you draw up a chair? Then you'd be more comfortable and you could hear everything that's going on.
Sick.
I would if I thought I'd hear anything worth listening to.
I want to do something big and something important.
You know, George, I feel that in a small way we're doing something important.
Pop, you want a shock? I think you're a great guy.
Shocking.
Boy, did you hear that, Annie?
I heard it's about time one of you lunkheads said it.
Pop, I think I'll go over to Harry's party.
Putting a pool under this floor is a great idea. Now, Harry, Sam, have a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff there to eat and drink. A lot of pretty girls around. Don't worry about that. Hello.
Oh.
That's the reason why I came in fourth. If it hadn't have been for that,
Oh.
that race had been a cinch. I tried to find out who it was.
Is everybody just super into him because he's so damn tall?
The tall drink of water.
Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, the big Charleston contest.
Oh. Is that the one where you do with your knees? Okay, no, it's not.
I'm not very good at this.
Neither am I.
Okay, what can we lose?
I was just saying, we can be bad together. Oh, he did!
See, I played that straight, didn't let you know.
Yeah.
Did you know there's a swimming pool under this floor? And did you know that button behind you causes this floor to open up?
Just oblivious.
They're having fun.
We must be good! Oh. It didn't crush the spirit. Buddy in the pool.
Yeah. You just made the party a whole lot
Yeah, I
better.
was just saying, now it's a party.
Hello, girls, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight?
How old are you anyway?
18.
18? It was only last year you were 17.
Shit.
Sure, you look a little older without your clothes on. I mean... Okay, then I'll throw a rock at the old Granville house. See, you make a wish and then try and break some glass, too.
Oh,
Now,
no,
what-
George, don't. It's full of romance, that old place. I'd like to live in it.
In that place?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't live in as a ghost. Now, what?
It is a ghost.
Well, you gonna throw a rock? What'd you wish, Mary?
Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight?
She wished for him to stay.
You think
That's
so?
what I think.
What is it you want, Mary? You want the moon? Say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Oh.
Hey, that's pretty good. Well, then you could swallow it. And it'd all dissolve, see? And the moonbeams would shoot out of your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair.
George,
Am I
are you
talking
high?
Too much?
Yes. Why don't you kiss her instead of tonguing her to death?
How's that?
George, come on home, quick. Your father's had a stroke.
I want the board to know that George gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out here these past few months. Now we come to the real purpose of this meeting, to appoint a successor to our dear friend, Peter Bailey.
Oh.
A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class.
Wait a minute. Now, you're right when you say my father was no businessman. I know that. But he did help a few people get out of your slums, Mr. Potter.
Hmm.
What's wrong with that? Here, you're all businessmen here. Doesn't it make them better citizens? Doesn't it make them better customers? Just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community.
Yeah.
People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
Boy, that was telling
Oh.
Joe, boy, you shut his big
A crow.
mouth. You should have heard him. What? They voted Potter down. Only one condition.
What's that?
They've appointed George here as executive secretary to take his father's place.
I know. He didn't go.
That's right. Not only that, but he gave his school money to his brother Harry and sent him to college.
Damn.
There she blows. You know what the three most exciting sounds in the world are?
Uh-huh. Breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner...
Yep.
I want you to meet Ruth. Hello.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
That's right. Well, I wired you I had a surprise. Here she is.
Well.
Meet the wife.
Wow.
Surprise.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I feel so good, I could spit in Potter's eye.
Maybe I better go home.
Where's my hat? Where's my hat?
Oh, thank you, George. Which is mine?
The middle one.
Oh, honey.
If you'll point me in the right direction, would you do that, George?
Right down.
Oh, my wild Irish road.
A little too much jam for Unc.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Mary Hatch is back from school? Came back 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Nice girl, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Are you game, Vi? Let's make a night of it.
Oh, I'd love it, Georgie. What'll we do?
Let's go out in the fields and take off our shoes and walk through the grass.
Huh?
Then we can climb Mount Bedford and smell the pines and watch the sunrise against the peaks, and we'll stay up there the whole night, and everybody will be talking. There'll be a terrific scamp.
Georgie, you've gone crazy. Look in the grass in my bare feet.
Oh, Lord. Where'd y'all come from?
Small town. Not a whole lot else going on.
Dang.
Everybody and
First
everybody
off,
else's business.
that sounds like a fantastic evening.
Hello, Mary. I just happened to be passing by here.
Yes, so I noticed. Have you made up your mind?
How's that?
That tickles me so much. How's that? The dress is so pretty. Aww.
Mary, who's down there with you?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
What's he want?
He's making violent love to me, Mother. Hee-haw. Hello, Sam. How are you? Sam wants to speak to you.
You talk.
Mother's on the extension. I am not.
I am not.
We can both hear. Come here.
The biggest thing since radio, and I'm letting you in on the ground floor. Mary, will you tell that guy I'm giving him the chance of a lifetime? Do you hear it?
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Yep.
George.
Oh, my. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Just go back to your room, Mama.
Okay. All right.
Look at this. There's the kitty, Ernie.
Oh.
Here, come on, count it, Mary.
Oh, I feel like a bootlegger's wife.
Don't look now, but there's something funny going on over there at the bank.
George, can I see a minute?
What's the deal with the crow?
All I know is the bank called our loan.
When?
About an hour ago, I handed over all our cash.
Did you get your money?
No.
Well, I did. Old man Potter will pay 50 cents on the dollar for every share you got.
Better to get half than nothing.
What? No, it's not.
If Potter gets a hold of this building and loan, there'll never be another decent house built in this town. Because he wants to keep you living in his slums and paying the kind of rent he decides.
I need cash.
I can't beat my kids on faith. I've got to have it.
How much do you need?
All right, Tom, how much do you need?
$242.
No, Tom, just enough to tide you over until the bank.
I'll take $242.
God.
All right, Miss Davis.
Could I have $17.50?
Bless your heart, of course you can have.
Bingo! We made it. Close the door, Eustace. We made it. Look, we're still in business. We still got $2 left.
Shit.
Come home. What home? 320 Sycamore. Well, what?
Oh, is it the old ghost house?
Come on. You knew that was coming.
What we want is romantic places, beautiful places, places George wants to go.
Oh, that's so damn sweet. If he can't travel, we'll bring the travel to him.
Entree, Monsieur.
Monsieur.
You got it. Remember. Love that.
Oh, well, that's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mary, where did you...
Okay, this is my kind of romance, okay?
I own the house. Needs Giuseppe Martini. I own my own house.
Oh.
No more we live like a pigs in this Paris field.
Bailey Park. Oh.
Bread, that this house may never know hunger. Salt, that life may always have flavor.
Oh.
And wine that joy and prosperity may reign forever.
Dozens of the prettiest little homes you ever saw. 90% owned by suckers who used to pay rent to you and are the local yokels making with those David and Goliath wisecracks.
Oh, they are they? Even though they know the Baileys never made a dime out of it.
Because it's not about making money. It's about making your community.
I offered to let George in on the ground floor in plastics, and he turned me down cold.
Oh, now don't rub it in.
I'm not rubbing it in. Well, I guess we better run along.
Oh, is she pregnant? Had a hand on that tummy.
They want to hire you.
Hire me?
Yeah, I want you to manage my affairs, run my properties. George, I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
Well, how about the building and loan?
I'm offering you a 3-year contract at $20,000 a year starting today. You go on home and talk about it to your wife.
Okay, Mr. Potter.
Yeah, it just don't feel right.
I don't need 24 hours. I don't have to talk to anybody. I know right now, and the answer's no, no! Why in the world would you ever marry a guy like me?
To keep from being an old maid. I want my baby to look like you.
Oh.
Even have a honeymoon. I promised you. You what?
My baby.
Mm-hmm.
You what, huh?
Now you've probably already guessed that George never leaves Bedford Falls. Then came a war. Mary had 2 more babies, but still found time to run the USO. Sam Wainwright, Harry Bailey shot down 15 planes, 2 of them as they were about to crash into a transport full of soldiers.
Look at that!
Oh.
It's gonna snow again.
What do you mean?
Dick.
George, it's Harry now, a long distance from Washington.
Well, how's Mother standing it? Oh, they are. The Navy's gonna fly Mother home this afternoon.
In a plane?
What?
I love that little look back.
No, in a shoebox.
Carter, bank examiner.
Still got them remember strings.
Well, good morning, Mr. Potter. What's the news? You just can't keep those Baileys down. Now, can you, Mr. Potter? Some people like George had to stay at home. Not every heel was in Germany and Japan.
Well, aren't you going to make a deposit?
Oh, sure I am. Well, then it's usually customary to bring the money with you.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Take me back there. Hurry up.
Oh my God. Would you just die already? God, it's been years.
Pretty sure he's living out of spite.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Well, we've got to find that money. Where's that money, you silly, stupid old fool? Where's that money? You realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. One of us is going to jail. Well, it's not going to be me.
Isn't it wonderful about Harry? George, what's wrong?
Wrong everything, Troy. You call this a happy family. Why do we have to have all these kids?
Oh!
He's having a bad day.
I want a flower.
Mm.
Look, Daddy.
For Mrs. Welch, I'm sure she'll be all right.
Zuzu's teacher?
Yes.
Let me see. Say, what kind of a teacher are you anyway? What do you mean sending her home like that, half naked? You realize she'll probably end up in the morgue?
She's hung up.
I'll hang her up. What is that? Oh, Mr. Welch. Give me a chance to tell you what I really think.
Oh no. Quick, unplug the phone.
Sorry, Mary.
Is Daddy in trouble?
Yes, Peter.
Shall I pray for him?
Yes, Jenny, pray very hard.
I'm in trouble, Mr. Potter.
Well, what kind of security would I have, George? You got any stocks?
I have some life insurance. $15,000 policy.
You once called me a warped, frustrated old man.
Still true.
You're worth more dead than alive. As a stockholder of the building and loan, I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds.
Dear Father in heaven,
Show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope, right? Please go home, Mr. Bailey. Bailey?
Jesus.
Guess who it is?
Please, no, go away, please.
I didn't have time to get some stylish underwear. Wife gave me this on my last birthday. I passed away in it.
Wait a minute.
I didn't fall in. I jumped in to save George. You didn't go through with it, did you?
Go through with what?
Suicide.
Oh, it's against the law to commit suicide around here.
Yeah, it's against the law where I come from.
Where do you come from?
Heaven?
Let the man spit his chew out.
Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
AS2, what's that AS2?
Angel, second class.
Oh.
Why'd you want to save me?
That's what I was sent down for. I'm your guardian angel.
Well, you look about like the kind of an angel I'd get.
Damn.
I'm worth more dead than alive.
Now look, you mustn't talk like that. I won't get my wings with that attitude. If it hadn't been for you...
Yeah, if it hadn't been for me, everybody'd be a lot better off. I suppose it'd been better if I'd never been born at all.
All right. You've got your wish. You've never been bored. You don't have to make all that fuss about it.
God's so extra.
McCarr, I'm the fellow that owns the car that ran into your tree.
You had me worried. One of the oldest trees in Pottersville.
Pottersville?
Don't think I know where I live? What's the matter with you?
He's having a doozy of a day.
Where do we start? Okay.
We save hard drinks in here for men who want to get drunk fast.
I jumped in the river to save you so I could get my wings. Uh-oh. Every time you hear a bell rings, it means that some angel's just got his wings.
Oh. Oh, this is that movie where okay, I've heard that before.
There it is.
Out you two pixies go, through the door or out the window.
Look, Nick, what's wrong?
Didn't I tell you never to come panhandling around here, huh?
Mr. Gower. Hey, Nick, isn't that Mr. Gower, the druggist?
That rumhead spent 20 years in jail for poisoning a kid.
See, George, you were not there to stop Gower from putting that poison into the capsule.
What do you mean I wasn't there? What's going on around here? Well, this ought to be Martini's place. Look, who are you?
I done told you.
You've been given a great gift, George. A chance to see what the world would be like without you. How am I doing, Joseph? Thanks. So I didn't have a drink.
Hey, where'd the building and loan move to?
Building and what?
The Bailey building and loan was up there.
They went out of business years ago.
Ernie, take me home. I'm going off my nut. 320 Sycamore. Now hurry up.
All right. Is this the place?
Of course it's the place.
Well, this house ain't been lived in for 20 years.
Oh, George. You're having a rough time.
What's happened to this house? Wait, where's Mary? Where's my kids?
Watch him, Bert.
Bert, Ernie.
Bert, Ernie. Ah! I just put it together.
He says he's an angel. He's trying to hypnotize me.
I hate to do this to you, bud, but...
Oh!
Joseph!
Oh, shut up.
Oh, Joseph! Joseph!
Oh! Oh! Oh, oh, oh.
Where'd he go? I had him right here.
I need a drink.
Your brother, Harry Bailey, was drowned at the age of 9. Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. See, George, you really had a wonderful life. Oh, there must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
Mary, where's our kids? I need you, Mary. Clarence! Get out of here. Clarence!
That's you!
Oh!
Get me back to my wife and kids. I want to live again.
I saw your car piled into that tree down there, and I thought maybe you... Hey, your mouth's bleeding.
My mouth's bleeding, Bert. Zuzu pedals. Zuzu. There they are. What do you know about that? Merry Christmas! Yay! Hello, Bedford Falls. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, movie house! Merry Christmas, Emporium! Well, hello, Mr. Bank Examiner. I know $8,000. I'll bet it's a warrant for my arrest. Isn't it wonderful? I'm going to jail.
Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Oh, I could eat you up.
George, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Come in, Uncle Billy. Everybody.
She told some people you were in trouble, and they scattered all over town collecting money.
I busted the jukebox. Saving this money for a divorce if ever I get a husband.
Oh, Lord.
Mr. Gower cabled you need cash. Stop. My office instructed to advance you up to $25,000. Stop. Hee-haw and Merry Christmas, Sam Wainwright.
Oh.
To my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Oh.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Attaboy, Clarence.
Oh, it gets me every time. Okay, so that was It's a Wonderful Life. What'd you think? Overall thoughts?
So, I mean, overall, that is a great movie.
It's a wonderful movie.
It's a wonderful movie. I don't know that I would... I retract my original statement. I don't think that it is a Christmas movie, necessarily.
Okay.
Because setting the based on the rule set that we've discussed before.
I mean...
In that, if
not...
you removed Christmas, it would still happen, you know?
You could. It is considered by many to be a Christmas movie. It is also considered not to be a Christmas movie. It's the whole thing. It's another one of those that's a debate. It's a thing.
Okay.
I mean, it's bookended by Christmas. It opens with Christmas music and like winter time, and it ends on Christmas. So
I say that to say
I get what you're saying.
Watch this at any point in the year, and I think it would be just as impactful. But it's
you're in one of the two camps.
Okay.
It's a thing.
I mean, I don't begrudge anybody who thinks it as Christmas. Like, whatever it says to you, that's, you know, Christmas is your Christmas, whatever. But all that aside, absolutely fantastic movie. I want to watch more movies from like this era.
Well, there is another movie by the same director, Frank Capra, that is on the list, Arsenic and Old Lace.
Mhm.
So we will get to that eventually. Don't worry.
I really loved, is it James Stewart or is it Jimmy Stewart? What does he go by?
Either or.
Okay. His voice sounds familiar. I don't know if it's just because people have sort of like impersonated or impressions.
Yes. People have done impressions of him, and like it's been in parodies of this story. You've seen the story before of, you know, this is what your life would be like
if you weren't around.
Yeah, and people have impersonated his voice. It's very, very distinct.
Mm-hmm. I love him. He's great. How's that now? Like, that just tickled me.
His performance in this movie was ranked as the number 8 greatest all-time performance by Premiere Magazine.
I mean, he sells it, you know. He sells it. Oh my gosh. The scene with him and Mary when they first kissed, like, that was so great. I loved that. This movie has everything. It's got laughs, it's got love, it's got, oh my
Tears.
God, my heart.
Yeah, I normally can hold it together until the very end with the inscription and the book from Clarence. Gets me every time.
Yeah, the all of the community coming in and
yeah, that builds it all up, and then when he reads the inscription, it's that's when the levee breaks.
I like that they took the time to really build up. Like, you got to see George's life. Like, they told his story properly so that you could fully grasp the impact of the angel coming in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I kept thinking for a moment, I was like, wait, that they said at the beginning they're supposed to be an angel. Like, when is that happening?
He doesn't show up until about the last half hour.
Which is like good, I think, because that is the importance, is setting up,
It's showing his life and all the people he's touched.
Yeah. So I really liked that. I loved this. This was just a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is number 1 on AFI, the American Film Institute. It's number 1 on their list of the most inspirational films of all time. And I think it is number 20 on their list of greatest movies of all time.
Well, I think I need a little bit of assistance to sort of get my brain in order. So what do you have as far as notes?
Okay. Well, you said you really liked the kiss when they were listening on the phone.
Yeah.
That actually had to be cut down a little bit. It had to be to make sure it made past the censors.
Oh.
Because this was made during the time of the Hays Code, which was
super strict.
It was very strict about what could and could not be shown in film. So Jimmy Stewart, James, he was nervous about it because this was his first on-screen appearance since coming back from the war.
Oh, okay.
So he was nervous about it, but it was very well done.
You did great,
so
Jimmy.
done that it was deemed too passionate, and they had to cut it up a little bit and edit it a bit.
To be fair, if I was kissing old Donna Reed, I'd be pretty passionate about it too.
I mean, same. The scene where Uncle Billy is drunk and he's asking George to point him home, and then as soon as he walks off screen, you hear like a loud crash. And he's like, I'm okay. Actually, the story I read was that it was a stagehand that dropped a tray of props, and it made Jim Stewart laugh, and that the director decided to keep it in.
Oh.
Because it was just
authentic,
Yeah, it was very authentic, very impromptu. And also in the story I read is that the stagehand got a $10 bonus for improving the movie sound.
Nice.
There were a couple of things like that. Also, like when Mary's throwing the rock through the window to make a wish. Originally, what I read was that the director hired a marksman to shoot out the window, like time it and shoot it out. But she had played baseball in her youth and had a pretty strong arm and did it herself.
Hell yeah, girl, get it.
Oh, there's something I want you to look for in editing. It's another one that was kind of like, it just happened in the movie and they kind of caught it. Whenever at the end, when George goes to the bar and he's having drinks and he's praying to God, apparently he was really into character and really into it and started to really sob. And if you notice, that scene kind of looks grainy. That's because the director really wanted to capture that expression. But to be able to do that, he had to like reframe it and then blow it up. And whenever you zoom in on something or blow it up, you kind of lose image quality. So whenever you're going back through editing, see if you can notice that.
Okay.
So what do you think of the town of Bedford Falls?
I thought it was super cute. It was very quaint. Sort of reminded me of the, very much the Leave It to Beaver kind of vibe, right?
Yeah. A little small, nice, picturesque American town type deal. Actually, it was a whole set.
Oh.
It was one of the largest sets built for an American movie.
Oh, really?
Yes. It covered about 4 acres. Had 75 buildings, a factory, the slums. Like, it was pretty big. It was huge. Like, the main street itself was, I think, about 300 yards, so around 3 city blocks.
Like, why not just film in an actual city, I guess? Like, I'm sure they have it controlled. That's why. Okay, sorry.
There was another kind of ad-libbed, impromptu moment in the film. Whenever George is giving people money to keep them from going to Mr. Potter, and the woman that asked him for 17 fee. Before that, the director took her outside and asked her to give him an odd number, like, because he wanted to get like a genuine reaction. And he did. George's kiss was not in the script.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's a good old Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the scenes that were filmed during wintertime and all the snow? Did it look like a convincing, like, winter town type deal? Would you be surprised if I told you that they were filming this during a heat wave?
Oh, Lord, no. That's rough, y'all.
Yeah, it got so bad at one point that the director just gave everybody a day off just to stay inside and recuperate.
That's rough, buddy. That's rough.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. What'd you think of
We're all wearing coats and stuff. Oof.
What'd you think of the actual snow? You have any idea how they might have achieved that?
I mean, if it was during a heat wave, it certainly wasn't like, shaved, because that would have melted immediately. But I just kind of assumed it was like a flocking sort of type stuff that they blew into the air.
Well, they actually developed, for this movie, the effects department have developed a new way of doing snow on film. Because before this, they had done it several different ways before. They had used cotton, but then people decided maybe spraying a film set with flammable material probably wasn't the best idea.
Yeah.
They've used asbestos before.
So much of an upgrade. Great, good stuff. It's not flammable.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the scene in The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy wakes up and it's snowing, that was all asbestos. I'm pretty sure.
That's rough, gang.
They used a mixture of foamite, which is like the material used in fire extinguishers.
Okay.
And soap.
Okay. Making it fluffy, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, soap and water. The effects division, the RKO, they actually won a technical award for the invention of a new film snow.
Very cool. I love that, Pippin. Do you love that? He loves it.
I think he just loves that you're petting him.
That, you can love two things.
He's such a glutton for love.
He is.
I don't know if this is ever changed or was changed later, but from everything I read, this was director Frank Capra's favorite movie he's ever done. This was James Stewart's favorite. It was his favorite. From what I read, it was his favorite character he's ever played.
Okay.
But his favorite movie he ever did was a movie called Harvey in 1950. Some other tidbits. I know, again, I don't know if this has changed since the interview I read, but Steven Spielberg said this was his favorite film.
Oh, wow.
And I'm pretty sure Rob Reiner said this was also his favorite film.
Okay.
Or one of his favorite films.
Yeah.
Well, you asked about Jimmy the Crow.
Yeah, what? There were so many animals. I mean, I'm so about Uncle Billy and his animal situation.
I don't know if this is true. This is kind of my headcanon, my theory. Most of the time when you see the crow, it's when George is receiving bad news.
Oh, yeah.
And also because in some cultures, crows can symbolize death. So, and it's always at the building and loan. So my theory is that it symbolizes like how the building and loan company is always right on the verge of going under.
Yeah.
It could just be, a crow. And because Uncle Billy had a lot of pets.
Yeah, but I like that. I mean, I get where your head's at for sure.
Also, that's a very famous crow. He's appeared in over 1,000 feature films.
Wow.
He was in The Wizard of Oz, which I talked about Dorothy earlier in the asbestos. He was, yep.
Is his name Jimmy?
Yep.
Jimmy, you did great.
You put together Bert and Ernie when they said it at the end. The Zuzu, the actress who played Zuzu, Carolyn Grimes, had insisted that that's where the name of the Muppets came from. But Jim Henson's writing partner, Jerry Jules, said he spoke to the producer and head writer at the time, John Stone, and he said that they just came up with the names of the Muppets one day when they were looking at them. It's like, yeah, that one looks like an Ernie, that looks like a Bert. So it was purely coincidental.
Okay.
I mean, I like the idea of the name coming from this, but
yeah, I'm gonna say that it was coincidental, but it was subconscious. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Is there any other parts of the movie you want to talk about? Any favorite parts? Any least favorite parts? I'm sure your least favorite part was anything doing with Mr. Potter.
He did such a good job at being such a terrible person. I will say in my headcanon, after this, they take some of that money that was, given back, because those were essentially loans that were being repaid by the townspeople,
Yeah. And his friend wired him $25,000.
So I say in my headcanon after that, they finally took their honeymoon and they went and traveled and they did some stuff. So that's how I'm going to play it. But I do love that we got to see his whole journey, right? So that's just, I don't really have anything specific. This movie just it makes you aware of the things that are really important. So I really appreciate that.
Well, I, again, had the advantage of watching this movie countless times. Two of the moments that always stick out in my mind are always enjoyed. Just very small things, like when he's talking to his brother on the phone. He says, "Oh, the Navy's gonna fly Mom home." He's on a plane, and he starts to go back to the phone, and he looks back. And their honeymoon at their house, when he walks in, and Ernie is like holding his hand out for that.
The hat.
He just tips his hat down, and water pours into it. I love that. This is one of those movies that always gives you, at least it gives me, like, perspective.
Yeah.
The story of George is highly relatable. I mean, I think a lot of people can relate to that. You might have big dreams, big plans, and things don't work out the way that you thought they would. And you may get upset by that and think that life's a failure because they didn't turn out that way. But your life may have a much larger meaning and impact because the people in your life that you've touched.
Exactly.
So it's always a good movie to give you that kind of perspective, to take back and to really step back and look at, what's important in life more than monetary gains and things like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you want to give it a rating?
Yeah. Amazing cast. The story is fantastic. The little comedy beats along with the big impactful moments. It's got a little bit of everything.
It's got everything. It's got laughs. It's got tears.
Yep. I'm gonna say this one's a 10. I think this is pretty much one of those that's like, it is classic for a reason. It was just so well done. It's just so well done. So yeah, this one's a 10. What about you?
Yeah, it's 9.5 for me.
Okay.
It is very high up on my list. It's a great movie.
That's a big one for you. Pippin, what would you rate it? 10 angel wings? No, 10 beans. I'm sorry. I misheard. I apologize.
Well, angels are getting their wings all the time with you because you run around with that little bell.
The little bell. All right. So 10, 9.5, 10 beans. I think that's going to be it unless you had anything else.
No, I think we covered a good bit of it in discussion.
If y'all have anything, tidbits, behind the scenes information, or just some of your favorite scenes that you loved, let us know in the comments. What would you rate it? If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like the video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I think that's going to get it all for us. You guys, happy holidays. Warm wishes from our family to you. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And we will see you next time with another First Time. Bye. Hee-haw!